Death Valley Days.
Nellie Cashman came originally from County Cork, Ireland. She came to Tombstone, Arizona Territory in 1880 and opened a restaurant and boarding house at the corner of 5th and Tough Nut Streets. And the legend of Nellie Cashman grew. They called her the Angel of Tombstone.
Dig in deep, George. It's for a good cause. Besides, Saturday's paper will list the donor and the size of their contributions. Mabel, your husband's a mighty big-hearted man.
Now, Nellie, I already made a contribution to your church last week.
Well, that's not much good to Jeremy Jones. You know, he fell down his mine shaft last night and broke both his legs.
I should have been more careful.
Michael Joyce.
All right, all right.
Bless you, Michael. Well, you haven't eaten any of your vegetables, Billy.
I couldn't eat anything else, honest, Nellie.
Nonsense. We've got to fatten you up before you go back into those mountains. Besides, I nursed you through scurvy once, and that's enough.
Oh, Nellie.
Nellie, can you come into the bar a minute? There's something you should take a look at.
Finish your corn, Billy. Keep an eye on this for me, would you, please?
All right, Nellie.
He wants to cash them in. It's quite a heap, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Was I right? Pure gold?
Pure gold.
You sure?
I'm sure. Where'd you get him?
Baja California. In Mexico, señorita. Near Mulegé.
Mulegé? I never even heard of it. It's in southern Baja, across the Gulf from Guaymas.
I don't believe him.
I believe him.
There is plenty more down there, señorita. Plenty.
I think it's a hoax.
Well, if Nellie believes him, so do I.
And I go with Lou.
It's gold. Give him his money.
Adiós, señorita.
Adios, amigo.
Nellie, why'd you let him go like that? Why did you ask more questions?
Well, he told us all he knew. Besides, he told us the most important thing.
Now, what was that?
There's gold near Mulegé. What do you think, Marcus?
I figure that Mexican for an honest man.
Why?
Because he didn't ask for anything.
And he had no maps to sell. And the nuggets are real. And besides, I got a feeling.
Well, if Nellie's got a feeling, that's all I need. I'm going.
It's okay, Billy. You can go. I'll stake you.
Thank you, Nellie. Thank you.
Joe, get me the map of Baja.
Nellie, you out of your mind? We can't be saddled down with that old goat.
Listen, Billy's a friend of mine, Michael Joyce. Besides, I didn't know you was planning on coming. I thought it was all a hoax.
Mr. Smith, I ain't superstitious. But there's good reason why they call him Hard Luck Billy. You know what happened in Alaska. When he went over to the chasm...
Yes, I know, Lou. That was hard luck.
And then 2 years ago, up in them mountains, when Ken McDonald got himself killed, he was with him.
That wasn't my fault, Lou Hooker.
Maybe not, but every time you go somewhere, something goes wrong.
All right, Lou, that's enough. If Nellie wants hard luck along, that's the way it'll be. Nobody's asking you to go.
And Nellie, I'll do the cooking, and I'll watch the water. You're gonna need somebody to watch the water.
Nellie, do you really think there's gold in this moolah hay?
When Nellie gets that feeling, you can bet she's right. Because Nellie hears voices.
Voices?
Don't you, Nellie?
Voices?
Yep. I remember up in Alaska, nobody believed there was gold up at Lake Flat. And Nellie heard her voices. Sure enough. Pow! She hit it.
Now, what the devil is he talking about?
Like Billy says, sometimes I have that certain feeling. I've got that certain feeling right now.
All right, count me in. But I tell you, it's bad luck taking him along.
Michael?
All right, I'm in, I guess. But even if it isn't a hoax, I don't see how you're going to pinpoint one tiny spot in all that desert.
First of all, how do we know it is all desert? Secondly, these nuggets look like they could have come from a riverbed that's been dry a long time.
Or from the surface of a lava bed.
Could be. Thirdly, when we get down there, I'm going to talk to the people in and around Mulahey. And believe me, if there's gold there, I promise you, I'll find it. Now, all we got to do is keep our mouths shut and get organized. Thanks, Joe. Not a word to a soul. Let's see. We'll have to change coaches in Tucson and head down into Mexico through Sonora toward the Gulf.
We'll be half dead before we even get there. Well, it's about time you got back. It's been over 8 hours since you went to Mulahey.
I know. Nellie was asking questions in town, and we waited for her.
He's wasting our time.
We only been here 2 days. We ain't started looking yet.
For what? Nothing around here to look for.
Well, if you felt so darn sure about it, why'd you come for? You came 'cause you're greedy like me, Joyce. You figured we might strike it rich, huh? And I'll tell you something else. I believe in Nellie. And if she says there's gold here, there's gold.
I get the fire started for supper.
Nellie, you find out anything?
Nobody in town knows anything about any gold, Michael.
I thought so. Now, you see that, Hooker?
Hear her out, will ya? Nellie, you think they're lying?
Well,
No, I think they're honest people. Honest and simple. But if there is gold around here, they don't know it.
you sure?
I'm sure. But you know, that doesn't explain how they live. Every one of those people's well off, and not one of them works.
Well, it doesn't add up.
It might. They say that there's a mission nearby, run by a Father Pierre. The villagers say he takes care of them.
Look good, don't it, Hooker?
Forgive this intrusion. You may put down your gun. I'm unarmed.
Buenos dias, Padre.
Buenos dias, senora.
Senorita, Cashman. You are a long way from your mission.
It is not far when you know the way. You have been making some inquiries of my children, the villagers in Mulegé. I thought I might be of some service to you.
We're looking for gold, Padre.
That's right. Fellow rode into Tombstone about a month ago. He had some nuggets with him, pure gold. He said they came from near Mulegé.
People say many things. It is not always true.
I believed him, Padre. I believe he found gold.
People believe what they want to believe.
How do your children make a living in Mulegé? The crops don't support them, and yet they live very well.
God takes care of them and their needs.
Are you playing God, Padre?
We only try to act as we think God would wish us to. I do not think it would be good for you to search any longer. You will find nothing, and it will be dangerous.
Oh, now that's not a threat, is it, Padre?
No, my son, it is a fact. This is wild country. Many men have perished in its deserts. There is no water.
But we have plenty of water.
It will not be enough.
Then you will not guide us to your mission?
There is nothing for you at my mission, senorita. Please believe me.
I believe there's gold somewhere around here. I'm sorry you won't help us, but I'm going to find it.
I beg of you, senorita. You and your companions rest tomorrow. Then go back across the Gulf. Go back to your own country.
I'm sorry, we can't do that. We've come too far to turn around now.
I am sorry. Very sorry. Vaya con Dios.
Well, he could be right. We've only got that one Mexican's word for it.
Nellie, you know I'm with you. But the priest seemed to mean what he said.
Listen, I know there's gold here, and I'm going to find it. Now, if you lads want to scatter just because it's dry and dusty, and some priest frightens you, go ahead. But not Nellie Cashman.
We're gonna stay with you, Nellie. We're gonna stay.
Easy on the water, old man.
Don't get discouraged. Keep your faith. There's gold, and we'll find it.
It's volcanic rock, sure enough, but that's all, I'm afraid.
That's what I thought. Let's move on.
Nellie, we're not gonna find gold. We're not gonna find anything. We're just gonna die if we don't turn back.
Oh, I know how you feel, Michael, but don't give up now. There's a vein full of gold running through here that's gonna make every step worth $100. Now, come on.
You old fool.
Keep track of it. You'll kill us all, you fool! No, stop!
Marcus, you better take Lou's gun and get him up quickly. We have to move on.
We can't. We've got no water.
We can't go back, Michael.
Pray for us, Nellie. We've all been sinners.
Finished, Nellie. I don't think I can go much further.
Hold on, boys. The good Lord will lead me to water, and I'll be back by the morning. Rest easy and pray. I found it. I found it.
You are a very determined young woman. My mission is just over that hill. One of my children saw you and said you might need some help.
Your children? Oh, yes. Yes, I remember.
But where are your companions?
A few miles back, I think. I don't know. I've lost all track of time. Padre, I found your gold.
So I see. Gold must mean a lot to you. More than life, it seems.
It's this finding of it, not the spending of it.
I see. Well, you had better come back to the mission now and have some food. My children will arrange provisions for you to take back with you.
Padre, this is gold. Do you know what that means?
I think I do. Are you sure you do?
It means I've struck it rich. Rich like I've always dreamed.
Do you know what would happen to this valley when news of a gold strike becomes known?
Padre, the gold is in the ground. If a body's got the will and the luck to find it, then he's got the right to dig it out. He's earned the right to be rich.
Senorita, if you tell the world of the gold here, this valley will swarm with greed and violence, and the men coming for the gold will strip the land and corrupt my children. I have never been to Tombstone, but I think I can imagine what it would be like. And after they have dug their gold and violated the people, they will go away and leave a wasteland, and they will be no happier than when they came.
Padre, I've got to stake the gold now. If I don't do it, someone else will, sooner or later.
Perhaps, perhaps not. But that cannot be your reason, senorita. For that is a coward's reason, and you are no coward.
I've waited all my life for a strike like this, and I'm not going to throw it away. It means too much.
You said it was the finding and not the spending. Did you really mean it?
Yes, but...
You found it, senorita.
I found it, but nobody knows it. Can you imagine the excitement I'm going to feel when I run into town and holler, I found it, I found it. And I see all those faces, and they know that I, Nellie Cashman, made the biggest strike of her life? God put the gold in the ground, and I found it. I knew he led me here for a purpose. I knew there was gold here. I knew it.
Yes, I think he perhaps did lead you here. You rather than any one of your companions.
Padre, people like to be rich.
But richness has different meanings. There is a richness of the spirit, which is a much more precious element than gold.
No. It's not fair.
Senorita, my children know peace in this valley and in Mulegé. Because of the gold, they have food, comforts, and medicine. They are happy, not greedy. We take out from the ground only what is needed for their welfare. This valley has been blessed by God. I believe he wants it left that way.
Padre, something has come over me. I don't feel like Nellie Cashman at all. For I love gold. I love the thought of it, the sight of it, and the touch of it. I know the good Lord wanted me here. I heard his voice, Padre. I heard his voice.
God speaks to all of us in different ways.
Perhaps you're right, Padre. Perhaps he didn't bring me here for the gold. But I've got the strangest feeling. Maybe it could be sunstroke. At any rate, your secret is safe with me. I have found something here, but it wasn't gold.
Whether or not Nellie Cashman heard voices, it is a fact that she had an uncanny sense when it came to gold. She struck it rich again in Alaska in 1898 and died there in 1925. Marcus Aurelius Smith went on to become one of the first senators from Arizona. Be with us next week for another true story from Western history.